Hey everybody, hope you're having a great day today. And if you're not, I've got a new tool for you that I actually had to put in place today to get me through a really challenging experience. You know how your mind just kind of goes off on things and won't let go of them, and it starts ruminating, and you start thinking more and more about what's going on, and you create all these scenarios in your head, and usually they're the negative versions of what might have happened. Well, that's what happened to me last night, and it went on all night long, and I woke up in a really challenged state, and my heart was just locked, and pain shooting down my arms, and not a good feeling. The beginnings of a pretty serious, panic or anxiety attack. And there's a tool in psychology called Name and Reframe, which is where you name the emotion or the feeling that you're having, and then you try to reframe the thought that is leading to that. And it's a really powerful tool. In fact, it's one of the most powerful tools that a therapist can use to help you deal with these difficult situations. But what I've come to realize in my own personal experience is that Name and Reframe works really well if there's somebody else with you, guiding you. And secondly, it works well if you're already at a certain point. But if you're below that point, if you're really having a tough time and you're in the midst of that panic, it doesn't work. I've tried it, and I tried it today. And I got the naming part down, and that definitely helps. It's like, I'm feeling anxiety. I have really intense anxiety and fear. I feel it in my chest. I feel it going into my arms. My stomach is, I feel nauseous. So I got the naming part, but as I tried to reframe it, it just wasn't working. It sounded fake. It sounded phony. Well, it could be that this happened, and it could be that that happened. And kind of like an affirmation, which when you're really struggling, affirmations sound like lies because they are, which is why I don't practice them. And reframing also sounds like a lie when you're in that hijacked state. So what I did instead of reframing my thoughts that were leading to that anxiety, I tamed the feeling. Naming and taming. It's got to rhyme, right? I mean, what's the point if it doesn't rhyme? So what that looks like, I took my loving parent character, and if you're not familiar with that, I've got plenty of videos where I talk about the loving parent in my Getting Started series. I took that loving parent and I focused inside on where I was feeling it the most, which was right here in my chest, my solar plexus. It felt like a hot knife was going in right there. And I just went in there, and I imagined myself just touching and caressing that part. And I saw the color blue. Like as I touched it, it became blue. And it's just a color that came into my head. But it made me think about cooling thoughts versus warming thoughts. Because when someone's struggling, we often want to offer them warmth. But if you're already overheating, warmth is the last thing they need. If they're already inflamed, you don't want to warm them up even more. So when I realized that I was seeing blue while doing this, I thought, okay, I'm going to send cooling thoughts. Now, this isn't magic. It's not hocus pocus. It's a way to engage a different part of your brain to turn off the sympathetic nervous system. So we're turning off the sympathetic nervous system, and we're turning on the parasympathetic nervous system. They can't both be operational at the same time. And the sympathetic nervous system controls the 4 F's of behavior. Fight, flight, fear, and sex. And when you're in that state, it's really hard to reframe things. And when you're totally engaged, totally hijacked. But by just going in there and touching it, I'm not trying to reframe it. I'm not trying to think different thoughts. I'm not trying to think about other possibilities or other perspectives. I just went in and I imagined myself touching and soothing that pain, that anxiety, that tightness, that burning. And I imagined the color blue as I did it. Like I touched it and it became blue. Touched it and it became blue. And I just talked to it. And I named. This is where the naming part comes back in again. I said, it's okay. You're feeling anxiety. It's okay. You're feeling anxiety. It's okay. You're anxious. It's okay. It's okay to be anxious. It's okay. And I did that for probably a minute and dramatically shifted. I'm not going to say that my day just magically transformed into one of joy. No, but it allowed me to function. It stopped the panic attack. The pain went away by about 80%, and I was able to get up and function and do things. And as I got around doing things and engaging in conversations, I eventually moved through it. So if you find yourself in a really, really tough spot where thinking positive isn't going to work or being grateful is not going to work, because I tried that too, I said, okay, let's try gratitude. Seems like a lie, because right now I'm not grateful for anything. I'm in pain. And I couldn't focus on anything else, thanks to my sympathetic nervous system, which is trying to save my life. So it's telling me, focus on the threat, focus on the threat. That's the thing that's dangerous. Focus on that. Don't focus on good things. Focus on the thing that's trying to kill you right now. So it's really tough to be grateful or to think of other perspectives when you're hijacked. So try this. It really worked well for me, and I'm going to keep trying it as these situations come up. Name it and tame it. Just pet it like you would a feral cat. Well, maybe not a feral cat, but a shy cat. Gently touch it softly. Don't grab it. Don't pick it up. Don't shake it. Don't say, ooh, kitty, kitty, kitty. Don't try to warm it up. Don't rub it so much that it gets all staticky. Just maybe put your finger over one ear and just gently caress over that one ear. And maybe 2 fingers over both ears, just slowly tracing the ears on the back of their head. And then down the neck, very gently. Okay? I hope that helps. I love you. I'll see you soon. Bye.